in the neighborhood had detained him.
Put it down! He's starting a fire! We need to get that from him! Put it down! Put it down! Put it down right now! Put it down! Hey, fucking ground! Fucking ground right now! What are you doing?
He started the West Hills fire because that was started at a parking lot. He's going to come over here and light up this area.
Oh my gosh. No, this is crazy. I can't even believe it. Because I'm like
a 30-year-old guy, you know.
Crazy. Because I'm like, how does a fire jump literal cities?
I know. I can understand there, but all the way over
Exactly.
to West Hills,
that doesn't make any sense. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Yeah.
Mom and I were sitting up in our backyard in the house here, and then next thing we hear is him yelling, neighbors, neighbors, he's trying to start a fire, call 911, call 911. My mom ran out in her bathrobe ready to fight the guy, and all of the neighbors started coming out, calling 911. We really banded together as a group. A few gentlemen in the neighborhood had detained him. They had surrounded him, gotten him on his knees, and then they got some zip ties, and my stepdad came out with some rope, and we were able to do a citizen's arrest and detain him until the police had arrived. He had a like a propane tank, or it's a big yellow tank, like a flamethrower basically. And the neighbor said that he saw the guy behind a van trying to light something on fire.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, boss? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
What is happening in Los Angeles right now is still an active emergency, so keeping people informed with factual information is a matter of public safety. Beyond viral hoaxes like the Hollywood sign catching fire, the most prominent misinformation about the fires in Los Angeles right now is political.
This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water.
The problem President-elect Trump was referring to there on Wednesday is a real thing that did happen. On Tuesday night, while LA's 9,000 firefighters all simultaneously fought multiple massive wildfires, some of the biggest LA has ever seen, the fire hydrants did lose water pressure. The system simply could not handle that many fires all at once. But rather than trying to figure out how to help or how to improve the systems, conservatives spread misinformation in order to play the blame game. Early Wednesday morning, Trump was already blaming California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, referring to him as Gavin Newscum, and claiming that Newsom had refused to sign a document Trump called
Except it wasn't misinformation. It did happen. I do recall that Gavin was swearing just what was it? Summer of 2024, that he was going to work on retaining all this water that had come with El Nino. I think it was El Nino, and that's the non-existent water recovery resolution or act or whatever that they're referring to. So yeah, the reporter was lying. Gavin is lying. The fact checkers are lying. They're using this excuse that, well, there's nothing with that title on it. That proves it's not true. No, he said he was going to do this, and then he did absolutely nothing. So, yeah, I know it's all a lot more complicated than just this simplistic, overly simplistic view. But at the end of the day, yeah, Gavin let it burn. He set it up to make sure that it would burn. Karen let it burn. She set it up to make sure it not only that it would burn, but that nobody could respond. Nobody could stop it. The water ran out because the reservoirs were empty. Those reservoirs could have been refilled very, very easily. They do it every fucking year. They take water from the other side of the mountain, out of Sacramento and San Joaquin rivers, and move it south. All right. There's actually two systems in place. One is peripheral canal, which I think has been fought and has not been gone in yet. That was for agricultural and human use. The other one was specifically for human use only. And then the very year after it got put in, by the way, big scandal is that people are using it, that water, that human use only water, to water their lawns. So don't tell me the water didn't exist. All right. Besides the fact that the city of Los Angeles chose not to put in the desalination plants, besides the fact that Gavin ripped out about a dozen reservoirs for a fish, is that these reservoirs were not refilled when they could have been. Don't try gaslighting me. It just pisses me off more. This was a leadership fail, beginning to end. Stop lying to me. You're just going to piss me off more. Gavin, your proper place is on death row. Karen, your proper place is probably life without possibility of parole. Death row might be a little bit too far because you're not the governor. At the end of the day, you're not as powerful as he was. Or are you? Everybody that let this happen, that made sure that this would happen, belongs in prison. And that's it. We're done. I'm done. I went down there to help and I got turned away. The only thing I ended up doing was transporting about half of a Vietnamese family up to Gilroy, because apparently they had some friends up there that they could go stay with for however long they're going to stay with them. I couldn't even go back to get the rest of the family because I was told not to come back. That I would create a dangerous situation if I did come back. I was leaving now. Okay, great. But now stay gone, please. And if you could take these people with you, great. And I did. I had no problem with that. There's a funny story about that, but I'll tell you that after this crisis is over.